Trying to fix it. I'm gonna have to move it again. Okay. Is that any better? Because oh wait. Yeah, I'm I don't know why the audio is being weird. It should be fine now. Like, I don't understand if it's not. I'm gonna have to move this again. That's gonna be fine. So, my premise is there's a lot of important decisions, and if you don't set your early game up right, everything can go to shit. So therefore, I thought the best way to do that would be to let everyone in chat make those decisions for me. So, let's give it a go. I'm going to turn because the music is kind of loud. And if that's too quiet, let me know. It's not like a very audio focused game. So, I'm putting it down to easy because I'm bad at this game. And last time, you know what? Yeah, no, we'll do an easy run, and then if it's working okay, then maybe we can change it. But I think for now, this will be fine. But it's going to be easier for me to explain it as I go through, I think, and just let those around me call the shots and ruin my life. I think that's going to be the best way to handle it. I did have another thought and it's immediately left my brain. But in regards to
we
like
roam the still, cool
I'll let this play.
No horizon in sight. rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory.
I do like the soundtrack a lot for this game, though.
It feels
Very
as
dramatic.
yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty. And for those who remained, came the time to
Very
adapt.
dramatic.
We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward.
It's not a very long cutscene, I promise, or I would skip.
Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
We fled from London and crossed the sea. Hold on, two things happening at once, bear with me. Sorry, as soon as I go to do two things at once, I have an aneurysm. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. So, yeah, basically everything's frozen. It's cold as fuck. And if we don't keep everyone warm, fed, and also just like generally happy with their existence, then like it's game over. You're done. So we have to survive. So, bear with me while I quickly do a thing, and then we can really start. Sorry. So, we need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings, and without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. So, I learned the hard way that, like, I knew going in that you needed to get your early game right, but I didn't realize how early. So let's have a look at what we have. This is our generator. Might as well start worshipping this as our new god instead, because it's the only thing that's going to save us. You need resources to survive and expand. To get them, you have to assign people to work. Hovering over a workplace, press X to select it and assign the workforce. So yeah, that's fine. So we have steel, wood, wood, steel, wood, wood. So I might trade some wood for some wood momentarily. I think that's going to be some stocks. You get the picture. You got coal and all that sort of stuff. We've got 80 people currently residing. So our first sort of course of action or decision is what resources we want to go for first, how many people we want to put to them, etc. Wood? I agree. Wood. So I have forgotten the controls. We're gonna chuck some people in wood and coal. Just sort of a bit of everybody everywhere. Actually, I might even max this one out. And this one. So we can get some resources coming in. And then, look here, we can watch them all go to work, lugging through the snow. Real peasant shit. Do you get the wood and win the game? You get the wood and then you win the game, but also if you play the Don Quixote card, you can also win the game. So it's really, yeah, and like the bartering chips are really important as well. It's like, it's so complicated. So we can see our little people working hard for the money. Yes, I know how to build shit. So, I'm rehearsing every for my save file. That's fantastic. So, we've got some resources coming in, and now we can start to build stuff. And so we've got 171 coal coming in. Let's start building. Now, when it comes to building, and this is sort of where I think the decision making can come in, there's a couple of things we can do. We can start to build houses, tents for everybody around the generator. Another thing that we can do as well, so we also have medical posts, our hunter's hut and our cookhouse, nice. And our gathering posts, resources, and research. So, probably torn between, I personally would either be starting to build tents or putting gathering posts in. But, I mean, we can afford to do both, and I feel like nobody really cares about the executive decision making, and we all care about whether we're going to enforce child labor or not, right? So, let's speed that up. Let's put a gathering house over here, and one over here, and we're going to have to build a road or connect. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, and now we can watch them build. Which sounds so unexciting. Yeah, this is our generator sort of info screen. So it's the heart of our city, and it's the only source of heat in this frozen hole. You should turn it on as soon as you stockpile enough coal. We've got like the power levels and stuff, and so, you know, more power, more coal. You get the idea. We can turn it on. Let's go. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Fair cop. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Look, someone's got a complaint. No roof over our heads. Captain, people are understandably concerned about the lack of shelter. They're falling ill from sleeping outside in this terrible cold. We'd better do something about that. So we have three options. We can just say that we'll provide some shelter, so we'll have 2 days to give shelter to 40 people. We can say that we will shelter everyone, so we'll have 2 days to shelter 80 people. Or we can just simply not address that right now and raise our discontent. Does anybody have a preference? I'll wait like 30 seconds before I just decide for myself. But we are taking answers now. One in the chat for 40 for some shelter, 2 for all the shelter, 3 for get fucked, I'm not answering questions without a lawyer. Alright. 3. Excellent, thank you. I won't address this right now. I refuse. You're not my real mum. Who? What now? The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, that's fine. I'll bear that in mind, thank you. Very insightful. In saying that, I think we should probably... We've got the resources. We can start putting some houses in and a cookhouse. Otherwise, we're going to have a ridiculous amount of frostbite to deal with. Quick is best. Yeah, especially, like, when you think about it, it really is, like, you know, we usually prefer fast food, quick executions, you know. So, we're efficient people. Look at them go. Alright, so now what we can do is do the big brain move, and we take everyone off the piles and we put them in this. I learnt this the hard way. The first time, fast food was not my first thought, but it works. Well, yeah, fair cop. That's why I thought if I just opened with fast execution, it might be a bit pagan. The first time I played this, I did not even, like, consider using the gathering post, and then I kept wondering why all of my people just had, like, a ridiculous amount of frostbite and everyone was so sick and dying. And it turns out that just sending them straight into the cold, exposed snow for, you know, a full working day every single day will do that. We'll do that. This apparently isn't connected to anything. And I don't have the wood to build a road right now, so they're just gonna have to wait. Some of your people... See, it's beginning. This is when it starts. It starts as like a little cold, and then all of a sudden they're all dead. Cold exposed snow. I'm like, warm protected snow. Well, I meant like they don't have it. Like there's nothing to protect them from the elements around them. Like they were exposed. Yeah, but you know, there's nothing beats the comfort of warm protected snow, especially in the summertime. This is all information that nobody actually cares about. God, don't you just hate when snow is warm? I know, and then like it loses all the crunch and gets all boily. Streets, yeah, this is stuff that no one cares about. So it's minus 20 degrees. Let's have a look. So look, everyone's comfortable right now. We're vibing. Suspicious and yellow. Yeah, I always like. You think you're gonna, you know, get that sweet relief, and then it tastes like lemon. I've got to hold on. People are depending on me. Charlie Paget. Mary King, we survived another night. That has to count for something. These people are very hopeful. Okay. Oh, okay. So we can sign our first law. So, these are all of our laws. I'll go through all of them, and I will let you guys decide what we sign first. So, we have emergency shift, so we can force workers in any facility to work for the next 24 hours without taking a break. Well, like, I don't know if they take breaks, but they work for the next 24 hours, right? I won't go into the details, so it will raise discontent, but, you know, whatever. We also have the fighting arena. So nothing relieves tension better than watching a few rounds of an all-out slugfest. So we'll get to build a fighting arena, and the bouts will reduce discontent. We will have to build a fighting arena. Now, food. So we don't really have to worry about food right now, but we might as well talk about it. 24 hours, no break. Catch me in the fighting ring after that for sure. Yeah, I know, right? Bro, I just finished off 24 hours in the coal mine. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna knock the fuck out of that guy, Brad. So we can add sawdust meal to soups if we start running low. Oh, to our food. Or we can make soup. And for some reason, people don't like that either, which is like fucking picky in my opinion, but that's fine. So this is our medical laws. Radical treatment means we will try to cure the gravely ill. So they'll do surgery and amputations. So they'll be treated in the medical post, and we'll get some hope. The catch is about 30% of the gravely ill treated will be left as amputees, and discontent will rise. And then you have to figure out what you want to do with those amputees, so you can like get them new limbs or just make them like cope TM with this situation. Or we can just go, fuck it, they'll be fine. Sustain life. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. So they'll be kept alive but untreated in medical posts. Hope will raise. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. And they'll take up beds. Our corpse disposal, we can either build a cemetery or a snow pit, and just chuck them in there, and eventually we can actually harvest their organs for medical purposes. And everyone's favourite, child labour, safe jobs. There aren't enough hands to do all the work. We'll allow children to be employed in safe workplaces like cookhouses or hothouses. I really thought you could send them to the mines. That's kind of sad. And child shelters. So we build shelters. They go there during work hours, and eventually they can either help out in the medical posts or the research. So I know that was a lot of information. Whoops. But we can sign one of these laws. Any preferences for anybody at all? Also, that Brad said something at 8 AM that pissed me off. Just wait till I see him tomorrow at 8:30. Exactly. Make the children work? I agree. Safe jobs for children? Yeah, alright. We can sign a new law like every few days. Like we don't have to do anything to gain it. It's literally just time-based. But our children aren't used to working. They'll get hurt. Well, they gotta get used to working somehow. Surely we can find a way to educate some of them. That's hard. You know, that's hard. We don't need to do that. We can just make them work. So, there's a time to get to work. I need wood so that I can build this friggin' road. Yeah, that'll do. Put 9 of you there for now. Okay. Now I can actually, like, be somewhat productive. We can build this road. People will say child labour is bad and still eat at McDonald's. Exactly. And I'm not going to continue that thought. Yeah, I'm not going to go down that thought pattern. Alright. Once these very slow workers, okay, they finish their road, I can now then, there was a quick way, there we go. I have to remember like the appropriate controls. Alright, we have people working in places now. You will enjoy the cobalt mines. You will enjoy them, and you will produce beautiful little flip phones that come in lilac and other cute colours. Okay, we've got still some homeless people, we've got some sick people, and we still need to secure our source of food. You know what, I'm a woman of diplomacy. 1 for more shelter, 2 for medicine, and 3 for food in the chat. If you wish to input any opinions. If those phones aren't woo-woo, I'm taking your last fingers. Shit. Alright, 2. Medicine it is. Fantastic. Do I have the wood for this? Oh, okay, excellent. Now, one thing I've forgot to talk about too in regards to, we're out of wood, fantastic, I was well aware, is in regards to heat, and it's like, it's kind of common sense, but obviously got to keep the children healthy for labour. Yeah, we got to keep them fit and working, so probably we'll keep them starving next. Yeah, the thing is with the generator, so the stripes, you can't really see, the stripes there is like the heat range, and so, you know, the closer to the generator you are, the warmer you're going to be, and so you want to think about what buildings you're placing around the, like, closer to the center, if that makes sense, because that's one of the things that I thought I had done right my first playthrough, and I absolutely didn't. We've got, oh, there we go. All right, workforce. E.g. cookhouses, engineers. Okay, yeah, cool. So we've got our engineers in the cookhouse. Is the day finished already? Because we have no wood. And I don't know how to break it to them, but... Oh! You know what time it is. It's new law time. Alright. So, I haven't, you know, surprisingly, I haven't gone down the child labour route yet. I think part of me in the back of my mind was saving it for this moment. But we can expand on this. So, we need all available hands to work if we're to survive. We'll allow children to be employed wherever they can help, no matter the risk. Children can be employed in most workplaces. Hope will fall, discontent will rise slightly, and child workers can be injured or die in accidents. So we can do that. And we still also have our emergency shift, we've got the fighting arena, we've got our soup or sawdust, our treatment, and our corpse disposal. Do we have any preferences going in the chat now for how we want to handle this? Fight, 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 yeah. Yes, you know, I've never brought a fighting arena in this early, and I think it's going to be really funny. Still, I was going to do, like, there's a few sort of, like, different story arcs that you can do through this, so this is just, like, the main basic one. There's one where you have some of, like, the last seeds of trees left on Earth, and you've got to keep them alive. One is you just keep getting wave after wave of refugees, and, like, you get to decide what to do with them, so whether you're going to take them in or send them back, and, like, and I'm talking, like, 90 will come at a time, and that's, like, one of the waves, and you just, it's baffling. It's really hectic. So, you know, our hope is still looking, like, our hope is higher than I thought it would be. But we kind of need people to start, like, working. So, oh, I can put children in the gathering post. Fantastic. Let's do 5 workers and 5 children. 1 child per adult. That way they're, like, they get a one-on-one, hands-on, tailored learning experience. Like, every adult gets a little buddy, you know? So that's like their little apprentice. They can learn... okay, which gathering post? Okay. So this is useless to us now, which means we can dismantle it. Oh, and we have more wood. Okay, let's... We only need to build 30 more houses, so let's do that first. Oh, and then we'll... Okay. Once we've got some housing... Oh, I don't want to do that. That's a really bad spot. Delete. That's better. Can I fit... I don't really want to... Yes, I'm going to fit. That's also too big. Okay, we'll just put another house in there, I suppose. Because that, like, single gap is going to bug me immensely. Oh, actually, no, that might have been... You know, no. I was going to say maybe put a medical post in there, but I'm going to stick to my... I'm sticking to my guns. Okay. So, now the question is, should we finally give these people a way to feed themselves? Or do we build the fighting arena? That's the next question. I feel like... Hold on, do we have any... Okay, we've got raw food, so we just need the cookhouse. Make them fight for their survival. Yeah. Now, where should we put it? It takes up quite a bit of space. Oh, should we put it where the gathering? No, because we're gonna have mining like saws there. Maybe that's not a good idea. Let's put it by this gathering post to just like remind them why they're fighting in the first place, you know? And then like they don't have to go far after work for their scraps, you know what I'm saying? It's like the equivalent of stopping in at the pub on the way home, right? That's the same thing, yeah? Same dynamic. You know, we're doing okay. We've got plenty of coal, and that's kind of the most important bit. Temperature changes affect the whole city. Pay close attention to the weather forecast in the upper right-hand corner. The city info panel accessible through the command hub provides more details. Plan accordingly, lest your people freeze to death. We're gonna fuck around and find out, I guess. Especially when, like, we gotta start figuring out where we want to put our heating and stuff. You know. Work faster, please. Or, a fighting arena has been established in accordance with the new law. Hope rises. It's a nice little chunk. Yeah, and look how low our discontent is, see? If you get a fighting arena, child labour can be excused. Ah, yeah, I'm just meeting Bruce at the fighting ring for a beer and a smack in the jaw tonight, and I'll be home late. Oh, no worries, darling. Just make sure you're ready to go for your gathering post shift in the morning, love. Another day, another shift. Well, that's life. Yeah, look. Let's go. We need generator. Oh yeah, we can put the generator into overdrive. Nothing wrong with freezing. 'Tis a noble death. Exactly. So in extreme circumstances, the generator can be put into overdrive. This will increase the heat it provides, but also puts the generator under stress. Keep an eye on the stress gauge. When it reaches 100%, the generator will explode. So I've had that happen once. There are no survivors. Okay, let's build the cookhouse, and probably want to keep. We'll build it out this way, I think. It's a good little spot for it, I think. And we need to build another gathering post, or we're probably fucked. Fantastic. Just make sure you're ready for your 24-hour shift, hun. Another day, another dollar. Oh, speaking of, we can introduce another new law. Let's see what these people want first. Oh, here we go. Child injured at work. A child got distracted at work and has been injured. The accident was not serious and happened entirely due to the child's carelessness. That is not good enough. So, we can give the kid a day off. This child won't work for 24 hours. Hope will rise slightly. Scold the kid for being careless. Hope will fall slightly. Okay. One, if we're going to be lovely, benevolent captains and give this very dumb child a day off. Two, if he's only going to make that mistake once, because he's about to learn. Benevolent. Yes, I am a benevolent leader. I take great pride in it, to be honest. Alright. Let's scold the child. It was, if it was completely due to his own carelessness, then, well, this is life experience for him, I guess. Okay. Yes, so we need to actually, yes, I understand about this. Let's put some children in the cookhouse. And some workers. Okay, maybe not all kids. Then I think our food will be just genuinely terrible. That 40% efficiency if you've got 2 kids instead of 2 adults. Incredible. I need to connect this up to fantastic. Right, yes, we can sign a new law. What are we thinking? Oh, Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at our new additions first. So, dueling law. Disagreements between people who face deadly threats every day can be resolved in a duel. Discontent will be reduced permanently. Each spontaneous duel will slightly reduce discontent, but sometimes people will be killed. Or a public house. Even in this harsh new world, people still need to raise their spirits after work in good company with a stiff drink in hand. So we can build the public house. Patrons will be less discontented and hope will rise, but we will have to build it. Otherwise, I'm thinking we sign the emergency shift law just to remind them. Don't ask me what. Yeah, if no one has a preference, I think I'm going to do emergency shift. Give the obligatory few seconds. Alright. Emergency shift.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Work until you die. It's like, there's literally nothing else for you to do here though, my guy. That's the thing.
It's off time.
Did that just employ all children? Okay, damn. I was gonna say. Ooh, I don't think we're making enough coal. Oh, is there no... Ah, yeah, see, we haven't been making any coal, like, we haven't been gathering any coal for days. Oh shit, there's none there either. We'll put a gathering post in. Let's see if I have enough wood to build the street. Because I have a feeling our generator is not, it's not going to last through the night. We don't have enough wood either. Ah! What's the nickel plate? Protective mother. A mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see it as unfair. This child won't work for 24 hours. Hope will rise. We won't make an exception. Nothing will change. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like making any exceptions today. You know, we let one kid have a day off, and then, you know, her friend's gonna want to have a day off because and the new Fortnite skins come out or some shit, you know, and I think it just all is gonna escalate from there. What do we think? Do anyone agree with me? Yeah, alright. We're not making exceptions. Oh, it do be cold, and we have no cold. Minus 40. Very fun. Okay, so...
Work time. Get moving.
Fix this. Cool one. And now we'll see, our cookhouse is inoperative because it's too cold. So, this is sort of when we can start putting it into overdrive. Have that put a Metal Plus songs in my head. My condolences. My deepest apologies to a certain extent. We don't have the coal really to put it into overdrive. I mean, if that's what we want to do, I will. I don't recommend it. Consider signing the extended shift law. So, yeah, this is a good one too. Basically, we can change the workday in any facility to 14 hours. Hold on. What I am gonna do is we're calling an emergency shift on the coal. Oh, they did not like that. they did not approve. But also we need coal, so it's kind of stiff. It's law time. Do we have any preferences? We've got our extended shift. We can make the kids work anywhere, pretty much. We've got our dueling law, the public house, soup, sawdust, our treatment, and our corpse disposal methods. Soup. There's a lot of other options here. You want soup? Are you certain you want soup? Like, I'm just checking that that's definitely what you want. Bodies piling up in the street make good croutons. I mean, I'm gonna move on from that, I think. Yeah. Moving on. Soup, you said? Soup? Yeah? Okay. Soup it is. Love a meaty crouton. How great is soup? Guys, look how shitty they get over soup. I fucking love soup, man. He's so needy. Alright. Our cookhouse is still overheating. Okay. We can probably... How much coal are we making per using? Okay, let's chuck her into overdrive. Didn't do anything. Alright, never mind. So... There's a couple things we can do now. We still need to... Actually, wait, how much wood do I have? Fuck it, we can do both. We're gonna build our hunter's hut. Let's pop the hunter's hut. You know what, we'll put them out by the arena too. And the other thing I want to build is our workshop, so we can start researching and making life a bit easier for ourselves. Or difficult, I guess. Alright. Build, my tiny little freezing men, build. Can I, like... Okay. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout Frostland, and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Cool. So... we need to... Okay, our technology tree. So here's some more decision making for everybody. We've got a few different tabs, obviously. Heating, exploration, resources, and food, health, and shelter. The beacon lets us go and explore, and we can usually find people and resources and other cool shit. It's also how we progress the story. Heating is pretty self-explanatory, but we can do a steam hub, which is just a little heater that we can pop around. And we can put heaters in each of the buildings. So like there'd be a heater in the cookhouse, there'd be a heater in the medical center. I couldn't find my drink. So I think we should personally either do something in the heating department. Oops, I've accidentally started it. Let's cancel. We need heaters for our soup. Okay. Well, let's do heaters for our soup. We need to employ people in here. I understand our hunters work. Thank you for the clip. It looks like the temperature is about to go up though, at least. So, come on. Alright. You hear that sound? It's law time. Do you like cold soup? No, that's fair. I don't like cold soup. Here we go. Okay. We have our soup. What else do we want? We've got our shifts, we've got our child labour, our corpse disposal, our medical treatment, our conflict resolution. I feel like we should start thinking about what we're going to do with our sick. So let's have a look at our options again. Radical treatment. We will try to save our gravely ill. It probably will mean that we have amputees. Or we tell them to take some copium and leave it at that. So yeah, do we treat or do we prescribe copium? Copium, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatment. So we'll keep them alive but untreated. We went through the dates earlier.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Why take up all the beds with these goners? I suppose that's better than letting them die. I mean, yeah, fair cop. Fair cop. Okay.
Work time. Get back to work.
Oh, which gathering room? Oh, this is now garbage to us. Dismantle. So, if it wasn't obvious, we are starting to run out of piles. So we do need to start thinking about how we're going to get our other resources. I think that is the last of the wood. Besides what's here, the wood and steel. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to get all that stuff soon. Put our gathering post in, and then we build our road. Fantastic. Oh, we got two. Okay, what's this one? Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we'll send out. She urges you to hurry. We'll do what we can. We'll get to it when I feel like it. Double rations for kids. In the wake of recent child workers accident, the parents argue that we could give working children double rations to make them stronger and help prevent injuries. So we can give them double rations and hope will rise, or we can't afford it and nothing changes. Any preferences? You know what? I know this is gravely serious, so I'm gonna let you think about this for 30 seconds while I go get my snack. I always forget to unmute. Also, it's now ASMR ship time. Rations are good. The question is, can we afford to keep giving them rations in the long run? I mean, we should probably do something nice for them. We'll give them some rations. out of raw food, but we've got plenty of cooked, so I mean, I guess that balances out, right? Oh, our heaters have been researched. Fantastic. Now we can pick something else. In a soup-based economy, what else is there but rations? Yeah, fair call. Very fair call. So we can research something else now. So I'm gonna make an executive decision and do the beacon because I think it's just gonna be really helpful, and I don't want to completely sabotage this game.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
How's our heat looking? So we've got low risk of falling ill. I mean, that'll be fine. We don't need to start heating places yet, I think. What? It's a lot of time. Again. So. Man, alright. So we've got more options for our sick. We can build a care house, so the gravely ill will be kept alive in the care houses, so they won't take up space in the medical posts. They eat half as much. Hope will rise. Or we could do overcrowding. A medical facility should be fully utilized, even if we have to put patients on the floor. So our capacity is doubled, but it will cause discontent. We can also give extra rations to the ill as well, to speed up recovery. And then obviously we still have our cemetery or snow pit. We can still send the kids to work anywhere. We can bring the extended shift into play. We can still bring our dueling law or our public house. Yeah. Oops. What are we thinking? There's a lot of ways we can go, especially with our thriving soup-based economy. I keep accidentally getting out of it. Okay, gotta bury them somewhere. Yeah, but the question is, do we bury them in a cemetery? So we build it, we get more hope, no risk of disease from unburied bodies. Each burial will keep people out of work for a few hours. Or, hear me out, we build a snow pit, still no risk of disease, and we can preserve the bodies for potential future use. Hope will fall, and we've got to dig the snow pit far away from everything else so that it doesn't get hot and start decomposing the bodies. But it is an option. Meaty croutons, snow pit. Snow pit it is. This is fun. We're gonna have some meaty croutons for our soup-based economy.
In the city.
Okay. Bodies dumped in the snow like rubbish. What have we come to? Not like rubbish. Like wanting to taxidermy a dead cat, but you can't find a good taxidermist right now, so you just have to put it in the back of your freezer until you're able to do so. Not rubbish. Dead pets. For taxidermy. Preservation. Not littering. Anyway, let's build our snow pit, huh? Alright, we need to place it away from where we're going to build any industrial stuff. Because, yeah, the snow will melt and the bodies will rot. We don't have a lot of space. Okay, so we've got steel over there. can build our beacon there and got coal there. So really, we probably want to build it out here, maybe? Oh, maybe all the way out here, actually. Like, we'll lose some of these trees, but whatever. Snow pit, right? And we link that up to the heater grid. And now we've got a nice, ethical, sustainable way to dispose of our dead. And now we'll have access to all the meaty croutons for our soup that we want. Because you still gotta gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss even if the world's frozen over. Come on, lads.
Get to work. Move, people.
Oh, he's sick. Yeah, I know it makes things less efficient. How many people here are sick? Oh, 6 are going to build. And 1's in treatment. Okay. I can handle 1 sickie. And our beacon has been researched. So, do we now want steam hubs? Or we can do faster gathering or coal thump. Oh. And these are all extra resources, so we can start building steelworks, sawmills, coal thumpers, make our hunters more efficient. Yeah, if we've got any preferences at all. Otherwise, I'm gonna decide to just up our resources, I think. Let's start with a sawmill. Because what's really slightly more exciting is we can build our beacon. And I'm gonna make this one on the remote side as well, I think. That's probably a good spot. Look at them all go. Hustling, thriving. Dumping our dead in the snow is nothing to be proud of. I disagree. I think we're being innovative. I don't appreciate the slander. Oh, which gatherings? Oh, this one. Okay. Dismantle. But our sawmill has been researched. Alright. I'm just gonna like plow through these quickly. Like, I'm like gonna just also assume like if anyone wants something specific to happen, they're just gonna be like, tell me until it happens. And until then, I'm gonna be semi on autopilot. So this one doesn't have any resources left. So did I dismantle the wrong gathering house? I don't think so. Oh, I did. I'm an idiot. I would like some soup. Yeah, look. Fair enough. Soup is good. Soup is good. Our beacon is built and we are no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us, Frostland. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit exciting. So we can Explore new places. What's your favourite kind of? My favourite kind of is probably, what about you? Okay. We have two choices to where we can go. We can go to the observatory. This peculiar building must be the Arctic Observatory the Royal Society built to investigate the eternal winter. There's smoke over it. Or our lost expedition. Numerous tents. We can see people moving about. They must be the lost members of our expedition. So, observatory or our expedition, which, like, we know what it is. It's people from our convoy. We don't know what's in the observatory. So do we want the unknown, or do we want more hands to make more soup? Did I No, say the observatory first, or the lost expedition. I'm presuming I'm at the observatory. Actually, what we need to do first is we need to make a scout team. Do we have the resources? Yes, we do. Okay, now we can go to the observatory. It'll take them 15 hours. It says you're on listen only mode, so maybe that's why. Your messages are being cut. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure. So, okay, we're running out of coal storage. We don't have enough for a resource depot, so I just have to deal for now. Oh, what's happening? Ready to search. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. We needed a win. That's right, we needed a fat W. Okay. Yes, the begin. It is time for another law. Alright, what did we do last time? That's right, we did the snow pit, obviously. So we can actually, now from that, do organ transplants. We can use the body parts of our deceased to save their lives and accelerate healing. This way, the dead can continue contributing to the survival of our city. So our sick recover faster. And that's it, there's no, like, negatives or anything, it's just our sick get better quicker. So we can do that. And all of our other options as well. We've got the care house, overcrowding, extra rations, the public house, the dueling law, extended shift, bulk child labour. What are we feeling? What are we feeling? There's a lot of ways we could go. Yeah, we've got our care house, transplants. Otherwise, I'm genuinely not sure where to go for this one. Let's... You know what? Let's do the extended shift for now. Just to get that one out of the way. Because I don't think that, like, expands anymore.
A new law has passed.
We don't have much of anything going on. Why is that? Oh, actually.
Work time.
Okay, no, we're getting good. Oh, and scouts have reached our observatory. Okay. Something's amiss at the Let's try again. Ugh. Something's amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instruments, and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. There are survivors here. Alright. Here's an important one. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explain that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observation until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. So, there are... I can't remember. There's 4 kids, 18 engineers, I think, and then 12, like, regular adults. I think that's what each symbol means. So, we've got, like, just under 35 survivors, right? So we can escort them to the city. So basically, one of our scouts will escort them. They'll get there quickly and safely. We can basically, like, tell them where it is and send them on their way, so they'll get there. It'll take them longer to get to the city, and some of them might die. Or we can just leave them. And not knowing the way to our city, the survivors will die trying to find it. So, yeah. We can... Should we escort? Should we just send them on their way? Or should we just pretend that we never saw them and leave? Well. So I guess the question really is, how many more survivors do we want? And, like, can we afford to feed all these people? Some of you may die, and that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. That was fantastic timing. So are we sacrificing them to the snow? But then again, okay, it was like more hands to make soup. We know there are other survivors though. Which is more hands to make soup, but then more mouths to eat the soup. That will have like the meaty croutons and whatnot. Look, if some of them may die, I'm sure that's fine. And then we can just continue on and keep doing our little girl boss thing. You want an efficient population. Yeah, if they can't, look, and like, it's a 15-hour journey. If they can't make that on their own, then, like, you know, we're just weeding out the weak at this point. They're doing the work for us. So we can go to the crash site. Oh, did not mean to do that. We're going to the crash site. I thought I'd be able to read the little bio about it first. Alright. We need more space for coal, otherwise it's probably gonna be bad. I can't build it yet though, so never mind. Oh, but our coal thumper's been researched, so we can start extracting it straight up. I went to go like make a joke, and then the joke just didn't fall in my head, and it was really embarrassing and really sad. So we can make our heater. More resources. Actually, well, we'll just get the steelworks out of the way, and then we can focus on the slightly spicier decisions, right? It's almost law time. There we go. Alright. So, we're spoiled for choice, once again. We've got organ transplants, thanks to our benevolent and ever-giving snow pit. So basically, this is like our meaty crouton harvest, if you really think about it. This would be the harvest and use of the meaty croutons. We can build our care house for the sickies, or for the dying, I should say. Our overcrowding, our extra rations, that's boring. Our public house and dueling law, so, you know, if you got beef, you can just... It's catching these hands. I mean, we might lose some numbers, but again, we want to weed out the weak at the same time, right? Speaking of, we can put the kids in all the jobs. You know, we don't... Which, you know, if anything, we're just showing that we're not discriminating age in this new Frostbound society. Yeah, so we're spoiled for choice. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Because... And, like, we're just sort of getting started in regards to this too. Eventually, we can either go down a very religious road, or we can go down a very authoritarian road as to dealing with people around us. So yeah, I'm taking in any suggestions / direction. I'll go through our options one more time, and then I'm gonna just go fuck you and choose something. So we've got child labor, all jobs. We have our dueling law. 1v1 me is essentially that one. Or they will go fuck you, I can take you to court so we can get like... Oh, you know what? This isn't... I thought this was like a courthouse. This is a pub. Okay, so like, you can 1v1 or you can go get drunk, right? And this is our overcrowding, our extra rations, and our care house. We've looked at that. And our meat crouton harvest station. So, what are we thinking? I know there's a lot of options and it's a lot to take in. I'll let that sit with chat for a minute while I go do some like very basic maintenance to keep us from keeping me from having a stroke, and 2, to keep us alive just a little bit longer. Superst authoritarian state. We can't bring in the... Well, we can't... Oh, there's not much authoritarian stuff we can do right now. But that will absolutely be an option for us. Let's heat. Alright. I'll make this easier, actually. Let's do... I'm trying to pick between 2, like to make your choose from. Super theocracy then. In time we will get a decision to choose from one of those 2 paths. Okay. One in the chat if we want to start we don't need to do that actually yet. One in the chat if we want to build a care house. 2 in the chat if we want to send the kids to all of the jobs. And just be the most efficient super city state. I mean, they might die, but, like, at least they're kids, right? You got enough time to make another one. 1. Okay. Care house? Okay. Let's do it. I feel like every now and then we gotta balance it out and be somewhat nice to our city. Although our hope is, like, genuinely higher than where I thought it would be sitting right now. What's depleted? You're not gonna tell me which one? There's still stuff in there, so like, just leave them vibe. There's still stuff there, let that vibe. I mean, we're about to run out, but... Oh, our scouts have reached the crash site that I absolutely sent them to on purpose. Alright, wood and raw food. Oh. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we find the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass. Good God. As if these people were trying to find a last bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them. Not even bury them. Could we see if they got any meat croutons? Maybe that's what the food is. Yeah. Stonks. Gaslight, get cute. And a little bit of girl bossing. Alright. We've been to the observatory. Alright, let's go to the Lost Expedition. Because I think eventually if we don't, it's just gonna, like, progress the story whether we want to or not. So, we should probably build the care house before they get angry. And then we can sort of start to get our resources up and going a bit as well. Let's put them... Yeah. Cool. Care house, done. It's almost time for another law. I would like for you all to start thinking about now how we'd like to either ruin or save this city. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I'm very stupid. I for some reason I always think it's when the yellow bar's almost full and it's when the yellow bar's almost empty, like in the little corner. So negate that. You got plenty of time. We got our care house. They're happy again for now. Oh, our survivors are almost here. How many of them made it? I'm surprised they made it. Oh, here they come. Look at them. They look pathetic. I shouldn't say that. They look great. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships. But shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We will look for the others. I'm not going to say when. What's this? They're tired, they'll need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention. But they are ready to lend a hand however they can. I see. Alright. Is our care... 2 questions, I think, I need to ask. Is this at capacity? Yeah, so we may need to build another medical post. So there's 3 things we need to do right now. I will let you guys decide their priority. 1, we need to house our new friends. 2, we need another medical center. 3, we need more resources and need to start building like the ways to get them. So yeah. What? I just had another stroke. Is there any preferences or any suggestions as to what you think we should do? Because I know what I think we should do. But I want to see if anyone feels... If for whatever reason someone feels strongly about this, right? What resources were depleted? This one. You are now garbage. Steam Hub has been researched. Fantastic. Okay. So we've got left for this level. What do you want to do? That's a good question. I'm at this point, like, I am happy to just see what kind of fuckery this could become. Like, because otherwise I just sort of go on autopilot. Alright. We can do faster gathering and hunter's gear. Or we can probably... No, we can't do that yet. We'll do some more efficient hunting. Now, so should we start housing these people is the next question. Probably should. And then we need to think about, so these are our new resource grabby options. We've got steelworks and our steam hub to keep places warm. Let's put some more tents in. This is like our first outer residential area, huh? We'll put them on the fighting arena side, I think. It's 23, so I'll build 3. Feels kind of fucked to just have to build 2 houses and have those 3 people sitting there like, there's not enough of you to really justify building a tent yet. So, God, we really need wood, because until we build a sawmill, I don't think we have any ways of getting it besides our scouts. But that was some speedy research. Good for them. I think that doesn't take very long either. The last of our wood, pretty much. I need wood to win the game, and I need to win the game to get the wood. Cold homes. Okay, here we go. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. They quite sensibly, okay, point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. Alright, we can heat some homes, and so we will say that we'll heat one of the cold homes in 2 days and then keep it heated for 2 days. We'll say that we'll heat all 3 of the cold homes and keep them warm, or we won't address this right now. One for, I'll give you a little heat, just a little taste. 2 for, I'll be a good noodle and I will heat all of your homes. 3 for, I once again will not address this without my lawyer present. Stop asking me questions. Get out of my face. This isn't a press conference. Otherwise, I'm just going to say that we will heat them. Oh, you know what? I don't want to make them too happy. I don't know what my wood's like. We'll heat some homes. The question is, can I actually make good on that promise? Oh, thank God. Okay. So, our little steam hubs can be placed on these streets. And I've just realized that I'm very... Okay, hold on. I'm a big idiot. I'm gonna dismantle this tent. And then build it over here. Hopefully I have enough wood to connect it to the street. Okay, cool. And then big brain. We can heat all of them with one little guy. And our scout is waiting. Okay, more survivors. A happy reunion. Okay. Bear with me. So we can either escort our survivors to the city, or we can send them there and just kind of hope that they figure it out and get there on their own. So, what are we gonna do? Should we, and like, if we escort them back with us, we will also get, oh God, pardon me. If we escort them back with us, we'll get the wood and the food that he also had on him as well. So we can either send him back, or we can send the survivors on their own and have our scout keep exploring. Alright, I'm just gonna escort them. And then, No, I don't think I can just yet. I know at some point we can get 2 scouts going at once, which is really handy, but I think we need to upgrade our research beacon for that. It is now almost law time though. So start thinking about what we would like to impose on our city. And actually, if anyone has a good name for what we'd like to call our little town, chuck it in chat. No bad answers, unless you somehow manage to genuinely think of one, and I will tell you that it's bad. But I'm sure there's no bad answers. Let's give it a go. What were we gonna name our little frozen hellhole? I mean, it's got charm. I mean, look at it. I like how we have these little tents, but our workshop looks relatively fancy. I think that's rather amusing. They came back quickly. 22 adults, 10 engineers, and 4 kids, plus a shitload of wood. Alright. Fantastic. Our people found a trail leading into the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. Okay, cool. So there's suddenly a few things we need to do, and at the same time that we can do. I'll house these people first, I think. Oh, you can hear them coughing. That's unfortunate for them, I guess. 1 skiddly bop. 2 skiddly bop. This is gonna be bitch to hate. That's alright. Yeah. Alright, I'll chuck it on this one. 3. And then we really need a sawmill. Oh, actually, this is a perfect spot. Yeah, alright, good enough. Oh, our scout is waiting. Okay. So we've got a few different places. We've got 2 different places to send him to. So help me out here. We can go to the gloomy cave, or we can go to the sturdy shelter, which apparently has more of our people there. Last time I meant to read more about it, he just went there. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same as always. Like, I can chuck a 1 for our first option. We've got our gloomy cave or our sturdy shelter. Otherwise, I'm just going to send them to the shelter, I think. I'd like to start the Londoners arc. Because that's when it's slightly more interesting, I feel, and it's not just like little maintenance shit and putting out the occasional fire here and there, you know what I mean? We need our medical center as well. Because again, I'm kind of just gonna run on autopilot and terribly narrate what I'm doing until essentially like someone yells at me to do something else. Because y'all have a lot of power here. Alright, it's law time. I asked you all to take into account what we'd like. I am expecting some contributions from the class. Tax the poor. Can't do that one yet. For the sole fact of there is no currency beyond the soup that we make. Money's dead and we are dying. I'll run through what we have, our options again. So we've put our children into labour. They're only allowed in safe jobs at the moment, so they can only go in like cookhouses and hot houses. We can send them anywhere, pretty much. They might die, but I mean, it's fine. We can also bring our dueling law in, so, you know, if you got beef with someone, you can request a 1v1. Again, people might die. It is what it is. Or we have a public house and they can just, like, get drunk about their problems instead. We can give extra rations to our sick, or we can overcrowd our medical centers. We can give... there's no point doing prosthetics yet, actually, because we don't have the factory. Or we can start harvesting our dead bodies that we've been keeping in the snow pit. Although I don't think anyone's died yet. And when people start dying, we can take their bodies to the snow pit. And if we need their organs, we can just take the organs. More jobs for children. I agree. We don't want to, like, show ageism or anything. Like, all kids should have equal opportunities. I mean, our hope has fallen, our discontent's risen, but our hope is still higher. God, please save our children from harm. He's not going to help you now. This will end with a child dying at work. Mark my words. Well, if you teach them how to do their jobs properly, that won't be... That shouldn't be a problem. We've got 32 engineers. Fantastic. Area effects. Yeah, sawmill shit. We've got our max amount of employees there. Here we have our fighting arena, so people can duke it out after work if they get too angry about their life and their scenario that they're in. That's the problem here. Oh, we're... raw food storage. Oh, because we've got no raw food. But we've pretty much maxed out on rations anyway, so that's probably not a big issue. If you were a better father, maybe your son wouldn't die in the mines, Steve. Exactly. Maybe if he was there more, and more present as a dad, this wouldn't happen. Okay. New research. I think we've got all the level 1 ones now, but... okay, fantastic. And we can start to research slightly better shit. And the next question is... okay. No one's, like, at risk of really getting that sick yet. I was gonna build something and I forgot what I was gonna build. I think it was more resource stuff. So... we can build our coal thumper. We can build our steelworks. We've got our snow pit and stuff. Yeah, alright. Let's do our steelworks and get that, like, going nice and early, I feel. And connect it. Yep. Very cursed, like, road making of me, but I just want it to, like, I don't care if it looks good. I just need it to work. Only 93% efficiency. Who's slacking off? Okay, no, 100%. We're cool. We're cool. Fully employ that. How many kids? No, see. We want kids in the steelworks, right? I mean, we got so many of them. Oh, and our scouts have reached. Okay. Oh, wood, food rations, and steam floors. Oh, 219 wood. Oh, delicious. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. That means there's another city out there. Holy shit. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Very cool. So now we can go to Gloomy Cave, or we can go to the Steel Bridge, which will progress our story. Let's keep progressing this along. I want to bring the Londoners arc up and make this a bit less boring for everybody to watch. Actually, that's the question. What homes do I need to heat? Let's turn the heater on for that one. Tent. It's only 2 tents that are cold. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's nearly law time again. So I'd like for every... Oh, I broke the promise! What? Oh. Alright. Oh my god, that is a big chunk. Alright. I think, yeah, okay, so it's because the overall temperature just decreased when the deadline came, I suppose. Let's put it in overdrive. I just have to make sure that it doesn't overheat and explode. I'm sure we'll be fine. We need to heat these houses. And I think what I'm gonna do is put a road down there. And put the steam hub there. It's like just in range. It's good enough. Probably should have put it like on the outside, but they'll cope, right? It's almost law time. I can't put my cursor on it. When the yellow bar by in that bottom right corner is gone, that is when I will absolutely be expecting things from my chat. I demand results. I don't demand. I mean, I kind of do. And again, I'm more than happy to be backseat gamed. I have people shout instructions at me from the chat. I might not like them, but also, like, part of me knows that it's going to be funny as fuck if this all goes to shit. What's our coal pile? Which one? Over here. Okay, so this is, again, garbage to us. Dismantle. Alright, we've got lots of new technologies available to us. So, heating. We can upgrade our generator power so we can make our whole city warmer, or we can increase the range. This will double the usage no matter what we pick, so like just be prepared that we will go through twice as much coal. And whether you think we're ready for that or not is your call. We can also get more scouts, so we can send another extra scout out. That would be really cool. I wouldn't mind another scout. Resource depot upgrade. We can make more industrial shit. We, you know, capitalism, but not really, because it's not selling stuff. We can upgrade our housing to bunk houses. Upgrade our medical post. We can grow some fucking crops to feed everybody. What are we thinking? Give me your honest, raw, unabridged thoughts. This is a safe enough space. Otherwise, I'm going to make an executive decision, and I can just let you guys have fun with the laws. But I'm thinking more scouts. Or the bunkhouse. Alright. It's scout time. I want to see the world. I want to explore. Oh shit, what's the generator doing? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Oh. Is there a complaint somewhere? I heard the thump. Alright. Maybe not. Okay. I heard the notification thump, but... Oh, wait, there it is. Child... I shouldn't laugh. Child crushed by a machine. Child crushed by a machine. There's been an accident. Hold on, I didn't start. Let me get into character. Let me try. There's been an accident. A child worker's been trapped and badly injured inside a machine. We have to stop the entire facility if we want to have a chance of saving the kid. Alright. Okay. One in the chat, if we try to save the child, and the facility will be inactive for 8 hours, we'll get some hope. Or 2 in the chat, keep working. Child will probably die. Hope will fall. Again. 1, if we should really try and keep this kid alive. 2, if, like, fuck it. There's more kids. There's more kids, but how much coal is there really? you know. I know it's a really difficult choice. Part of me wants to be nice and like try to save the child and be a good person because we should keep our hope up. I kind of want to tell them to keep working just for shits and gigs. I feel like it'd be funny. Okay, no one's giving me an answer. You know, I didn't even see what facility it was either. I'm not. It might have been the sawmill. We'll see if they can save him. Let's see what a little handsome. Oh, it's the steelworks shit. That's even worse. What kind of machine do you think he's stuck in there, guys? And how do you think he got stuck in there? Wrong answers only. How do you think he got stuck? Our scouts have reached the bridge. Oh, we get an automaton. These guys are sick. They do the work of like 10 people. So we can send it to the city. Or we can dismantle it for parts. I'm sending it to the city. Okay, so then we've got a large convoy of the weather station. I'm just going to go straight to the weather station, and then I think we'll just send our secondary scout to all of these other places. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. We'll find out in Winterhome. Okay. The kid still in there? Speaking of, it's time for our other scout team. Let's go.
End of shift.
I want resources, and I want them immediately. New research. I should probably look. We've already got a sawmill. Fuck it. Let's just do the sawmill upgrade. I don't think that takes very long. You still in there, bud? Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. It's law time once again. Everyone's favorite time. So last time we could send kids to places like the sawmill and the steelworks. And that worked out really well for us. Organ transplants are still up there. We've got our dueling law, which... Oh, I wonder what the House of Pleasure is, actually. Do you think that's a brothel? And then we can also get moonshine. Okay, I want the public house. We're getting the public house.
New law.
There are not nearly enough shenanigans in this city. Oh, is this the fate of the kid? Oh, our generator's going to explode. Okay, I definitely heard that notification thump again, and it just hasn't popped up. Oh, maybe it... No, it's not the cookhouse. Alright. That's fine, I guess. Oh, bloody... Oh, they got him! He's gravely wounded, but, I mean... He'll be fine, right? It was just a minor steelworks accident. He can walk it off. He'll be fine. He'll be ready for his shift again the next morning. The snow makes him real sturdy. I was like, why is he going so slowly? Our discontent is rather high, though, actually. Can we build our pub? Oh, yes we can. There can only be one in the city. Damn. Alright. Well, we'll pop it out there. Our scouts have got to the weather station. Fantastic. Coal, resource. Oh, I forgot to read it. That's alright. We'll live. We'll recover. To winter home. So, this is really when we find out if there are any other civilizations around. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some people are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. I mean, London probably also has frostbite and starvation at this point, but I mean, go off, I guess. If that's how you want to live your life. I haven't, you know, been working my ass off to provide for all 149 of you. 84 of you, like, aren't even working at the moment. That's, you know, over half the population. That is good enough for me. We've got our public house. Hope has risen. People are anxious to let off steam in the new House of Respite. Yeah, they'll get around to it. We'll, you know what? We'll even heat it so that they're nice and warm, nice and cozy, and nice and drunk. Because if they're too drunk all the time, they can't remember that their living conditions are terrible. Remember. Oh. Okay, we've got scouts arriving. We can make another law. Everything's happening. So what have we got? Oh, there's survivors here. Okay. It's decision time, chat. Beset by beasts. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. So do we leave the bears alone and just let them enjoy their happy meal? Or we can risk attacking the bears and we might get an outpost and we might lose our, sorry, we won't do that. We might lose our scouts, but we might get survivors. So, what do we think? Because I'm genuinely not sure myself. I've tried both options. I don't know if it's the same outcome each time. Yeah, we can sacrifice them. Or we can try to be good people. 2. A risk attacking the bears. Alright, yeah. Let's give it a go, right? I mean, it can't end that bad. Oh, hold on. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them and together they drove the beast away. Then they all set out towards the city. There you go. Our scout didn't die. That's some real girl boss shit. Good for them. Yeah. Last time I tried to save the survivors, they lived, but I lost my scout, and I was like, was it really worth it in the end? Like, was it really worth it? Okay. It's law time. How are you? I'm doing alright, thank you. It's been a bit of an up and down day, but it's been pretty good. Like, I think, especially this progress, I thought we'd be doing a lot worse by now. I thought we'd be in ruins. What about yourself? How's your day been? And help me decide what we're going to succumb our citizens to next. We've got a pretty good of children working hard as they should be, contributing to the society that we have forced them to exist in. We've just built our public house, so we can either have moonshine. Oh, so they can't actually get drunk yet. I'm good, thanks. That's good to hear. I'm glad. We can give people a bit of liquor now and then to soothe their aching bodies and souls. So every meal slightly lowers discontent, and eating soup causes less discontent, which we do happen to have a lot of soup right now. Or we can get a house of pleasure. Our hard-working people deserve all the relief we can provide, and some of them yearn for the pleasures of the flesh. Prostitutes can be employed in the public house to further lower discontent, but our hope will fall. What, you got something wrong with sex workers? That's bullshit. So we can do either one of these, or we've got our extra rations, we can overcrowd our medical houses, or we can start I don't think we have any dead yet, so I'm not sure if it's worth doing the organ transplants right yet. I am genuinely torn between the House of Pleasure and the Moonshine. And I'm kind of... Oh, maybe we might be able to do both, actually. So I think it's a case of which one would we like first. The house one? Yeah. Yeah, let's start with the House of Pleasure. And then I think we can get them all real drunk. Prostitutes can be employed at the public house. Incredible! Good for them. let's put engineers. Let's put those bright minds to use. Sex workers for sure. Absolutely. I agree. We support sex workers in this house. And that's why we're going to put our brightest minds to one of our most important jobs easily, which is our House of Pleasure. We've got our scouts coming in. And, okay, so I think a good move is probably going to have to start... I just had a stroke. Again, that's probably the 10th one this stream, I think. Alright, we've got our resources that we can research. We can make our living conditions a bit better. We can make things a bit warmer. I'm like... God, I'm struggling. This will also double our power consumption with coal. I think travel and exploration, we've got everything here. Alright, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. And I'm gonna say, I think a hothouse is gonna be a smart move. And our next question is, what are we building next? Because if we look, we need resources. We've got a sawmill and a steelworks going, so we should probably get a coal thumper going as well. Somewhere nice and remote. And I need to make sure that I don't build too close to my snow pit. Or the snow will melt and our bodies will start to rot, and then we can't harvest any organs, you know, if we have no bodies. Also, thank you so much for the follow deleted. That's I really appreciate that a lot. So close to... We need to get you a sub button. Oh, bless. I am hopefully... Look, I'm not far off affiliate, hopefully. I'm nearly there. I'm 40 out of 50 subs, so... Followers, I should say, so... Hopefully soon, because that would be really cool. And then I can start doing some cool shit, like... I'd like to make some emotes of my absolutely, what's the word? Eccentric pets. Like, they're not, like, exotic or anything. They got a lot going on upstairs. Actually, no, they got nothing going on upstairs. That's half the problem. Alright. We have our coal thumper. I haven't been paying much attention to my resources. I've been more invested in the inner workings of the people. And I'm still trying to think of like a good city name for this. Or like a little town name, so I've never really named my civilization. And I never noticed that you could click on them either and learn more about them. Like Peter Vanderbilt. His biggest concern is poor food quality. I'll tell you what, it's not too bad if that's your biggest concern. I've got people here with children that work in the mines, so like, if food quality is on the top of your list, yeah. See, you can make child labor work. You just gotta. I just gave a follow. Oh, thank you so much. I have to look at my phone for follow notifications. I need to get my alerts up properly and working. I'm still figuring that sort of stuff out. So if I'm a bit delayed or if it looks like I haven't seen your follow request, it's not because I'm ignoring it. I'm just got a head like a sieve. We've got some survivors back though. 12 adults, 18 engineers, and 4 more kids to get their little hands stuck in the sawmills. I've already had one accident, which, to be fair, that was the steelworks. It's completely different. Alright, what's our other scout? Okay, so he's returned. So I think this is the scout that we were just sending to random different places instead of like story. So we can send him to a large convoy or the coal mine, which I think we can then keep turning into like actively giving us the resources instead of like a one-off sort of thing. And it takes longer to get there. Alright. The big brain thing here to do would be the coal mine. And because then we can get like 1, 2, skidoo back home, you know. It's a terrible explanation. Oh, scouts have Scouts have reached winter home. I am struggling. Let's explore. The streets of this ruined city are littered with the scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair, the following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources, and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us. We're eating our dead. There's no hope. We're on our own. Sick! Alright, let's go. Ayo, Corpse City. Ayo, Corpse City. Fuck Earth. You know what, actually? I don't know if we have any dead yet. We do have a snow pit. I'm prepared for the dead. I wanted to be well prepared. Oh, here we go. The Londoners arc has begun. The big mad. Terrible, all these poor people. We can't end up like them. They're all dead. Don't panic. We aren't dead yet. We have to learn from their mistakes. We should never have left Britain. Also, thanks for the follow, Cal. How often do I stream? I'm only just starting to get back into it, to be honest. I took a really long break. But I'm also in a situation where I can stream frequently. My controller's just died. And I'm not sure where. I think I left my charger cord around here somewhere. I'll answer this question and then go get my controller charger cord that I apparently did not prepare for. I'm going to try and stream at least a few times a week. I'm going to hopefully get a schedule out soon. But it will be probably more of this. A bit of Dead by Daylight content and some more horror content as well. Please bear with me for approximately 1 to 2 minutes wherein I try to remember where the hell I left my cord. I know it's in my immediate vicinity, and that's about all I got. Hello, I'm back. Thank you so much for your kind words. My cord was a lot closer than I thought it was. I knew I had to get out of my chair. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead? How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. The divine feminine urge to read Frozen Dessert. Winterhome. Winterhome is a very creative name that these people came up with in a place where it was very cold and they needed a home. Man needs to go over the better name. Yeah, literally. Also, yeah, thank you so much again for those kind words deleted. I appreciate that. Okay, this is when a couple of people, I think they've left, but that's okay. Like, people were talking about going down a mega religious path or our authoritarian soup city state path. So order and discipline. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. City-state, authority. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. I just had a stroke. I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty general consensus here as well. Are we going to go for city soup state? City soup state? Yeah, city soup state time. Let's go. Order and discipline. We've lasted longer than I thought we would, but also I did put it on easy because I'm also just bad at the game, and last time I tried medium, I ate shit so hard, so fast. It was like, I was embarrassed for myself. So the Neighborhood Watch. We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. New building, the Watchtower. Watchtowers increase the hope of people living nearby. We will have to build 2 watchtowers. Alright. We still need to house our homeless at some point, probably before they then we will start getting bodies racked up. Yes, and I need to form just a continuing sentence. An outpost there would be sick. I don't have an outpost. We don't have an outpost team at the moment. I haven't sent someone. Oh, that's the American camp. Oh, gross, American. I shouldn't say that. Snowcliff, large convoy. That is significantly closer, and that means it's going to be faster and it's going to be easier. I've forgotten how to check. Let's get our city info. Okay. Citizen needs bad food, so... Okay, probably building that high house is probably going to be a big brain move, hey? Yeah, no dead yet. Not yet. We got... No gravely ill. That's... You know what? Solid. Solid. Other people surviving. Yeah, you know what? They are. Like, they're complaining a lot. Like, they're being babies, emotionally. But, like, physically, they're doing okay. What's this? Oh, this is our watchtower. We should probably house them first. The heaters are over here. Let's just put them in the heat zone. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need 4 because there's 33 of them. And our road, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's good enough. Close enough. Fuck it. Alright, construct. What's your complaint? The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to change your mind. You say you say order will save us. Nonsense. What are we going to orderly decide who to eat first and when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. I have one thing in response. I live in the UK. Oh yeah, true, nice. If you don't mind asking whereabouts, it's like I had another question and then that immediately left my brain. But yeah, whereabouts in the UK? That sounds like genuinely really cool. Calm down, we're not going to die. Yeah, my response to the Londoners here is genuinely like, when the fuck did I ask? Yeah, what time is it over there? Because like, it's 20 to 12 p.m. here, so I could imagine it would either be like very early morning or something like that. Oz for days. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. You've told me that. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. 11 hours behind, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. And like, I know it's not technically the same, but like, I should know, because like, I have a good friend that lives in Scotland, and I've been friends with them for like a few years, and I still never know what the fuck the time is over there. Like, I just kind of guess. There was something else that it was the we need to build our watchtowers as well, but we need did we not research? Okay. Are we still researching the hothouses? Yeah, we are. Okay, that's why. It's about 2:41 p.m. Okay, so it's still just like fucking just chill afternoon sort of stuff. Hell yeah, that's great. Has your afternoon been good so far? Have you had a good morning? Yeah, I'm aware of the lunches. Build faster. I understand it's 5 in the morning and that it's cold, but consider this, build faster. People join the Londoners. So, the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. People are more easily persuaded. Okay, we're gonna... Okay, watchtowers, watchtowers, watchtowers. Watchtowers, watchtowers, watchtowers. I wasn't sure where to put these last time, because you want to keep them, like, central. We've got a lot of tents here. So let's do one on this side, and... because I don't like to have my houses going all the way around, but I mean we're playing to fuck around and find out, right? So let's just put them there. We're all always watching. Let's wait till the. No, I'm not gonna finish that thought. So you're watching, yeah. Dover's probably like the only one who's technically awake at a reasonable hour right now. Like, it's still just a reasonable hour for us, but like, we keep teetering closer towards the danger zone. You got work at 8:30 a.m. You were playing a dangerous game, and you're gonna feel like shit tomorrow morning, man. So good luck. But also, if you get to do more archaeology stuff, holy shit, please tell me. The watchtower, we've got a lot of engineers. People feel more hopeful. Let's put some engineers in that one. Put some brains in one watchtower, and we'll put brawn in the other. This is the King's Track. Monsters Inc. Yes. My vocal specialty ranges between like just a normal speaking voice and like Danny DeVito-esque. That's my vocal range. Do we need another medical place? Or, like, are they just being a bit on the slack side? I always struggle to identify my buildings because they all look the same. I live near London. Dover's a citizen of city. Yeah, nice. Oh, that's really cool. I had a couple of my uncles living in London for a few years recently, and then they moved back to Australia just before COVID hit. But it was very funny watching my uncle's husband, who was born and raised in the London area, move over to Australia. Particularly like once summer came around, it's rather funny. Yeah, fair cop. That's sick. Explore. Oh, we're getting some good stuff. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled winter home. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. That's a bit arrogant. He tried to impose order using force. Imagine like, oh my god, imagine like trying to impose order by force in your city. We would never do such a thing. Plenty of people disgruntled deserted the city and most of the others rebelled against him. Yeah, imagine like having a city-state or anything like that. I would never subject my people to something like that. And I am absolutely disgusted and appalled that you would assume that of me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's go to the freshwater springs. Our automatons are gonna be here in like 25 minutes. Oh, what are we gonna name our automaton? We need a name for our city and we need a name for our automaton because I can't name things. I'm very bad at thinking of names. I named both of my pets after video game characters. I'm not a creative woman. Here he is!
The boy! The little boy! He's just a little guy.
Robot-y McRobot. That's perfect. I can't think of a better name. He's perfect. I'd do the most for Robot-y McRobot. So basically, replace entire manual crews. That's about it. We can eventually research into them. You all know, I'm sure you all know the drill. Where should we send him to? Probably... I've just realised I need to actually build a gathering post by this coal thumper so we can harvest that coal. We'll take the... actually, I'm going to do 5 workers, 5 kids, because that doesn't really need to be like super duper efficient, right? And then we'll put the automaton in the steelworks, because then I don't have to heat it and it gets cold as hell in there, right? This is big brain. This is big brain shit. Like, I've accepted that my chat may try ruin this game for me, but every now and then I'm gonna do some big brain shit to try and actually make us, you know, thrive a little bit. We put our gathering post. I am so, I'm genuinely ashamed that, like, I went my first, like, probably 1.5 run-throughs, not once utilizing the gathering posts. Yeah, that'll do. I think that's enough for 2 gathering posts, but we'll start with 1. Right, I was like, why can't I fast forward and realize I need to get out of the build robot? And we can have our hothouse, so maybe people will stop bitching and complaining about the quality of the food. So now we've got a few options for, like, our resources. We can upgrade some of this sort of stuff, or we can do our heating upgrade. If we have any suggestions, requests, demands. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna... I usually... Unless I'm gunning for something, I kind of just pick something at random, to be honest. We should probably give them better shelter, though, huh? That's probably, like, the way to go, yeah? Yeah. Alright, let's do the bunkhouse. And then we can build our hothouse. Warmth. Yeah, look, I should probably do that next. I'm not sure if we're raking in enough coal, but also, like, fuck it. You know what? Next research, we'll fuck around and find out. And we'll put our hothouse. I need to remember that that is where our snow pit is, because I'm going to keep building out that way, and then I'm going to have to build another fucking snow pit. Yeah, heat. It's definitely the way to go. I'm always, like, I'm so hesitant to upgrade my generator until I'm, like, hoarding coal like a dragon. But we do have, like, we actually have a gathering post at our coal thumper now, so yes, we just used our first steam core. Good for us. There's 27 Londoners. I mean, 27 out of 184 residents, that's still, like, a small minority. Like, there's still a minority group, we can still make fun of them. Oh, we are gonna run out of coal though, hey? Okay, you know what, I don't think I ended up getting that faster gathering technology. Is this for... No, I don't care about Grace Cook. It doesn't tell me. I need to look in... Okay, it is 2 gathering posts. Alright. Yeah, do dragons hoard coal? I mean, there might be, like, one out there who's really into it, you know? I feel like there could be a lot of dragon possibilities with a lot of dragon interests. You never know. I mean, yeah, I wish I could confirm that. I wish I could. That would be, like, a cool, like, and a very niche piece of knowledge that, like, you just have to think, how the fuck does she know that? Or how does anyone know that? 1, 2, and guess what time it is? It's emergency shift time. I should heat it, to be honest. I don't want to get sick. I know, like, I could put a steam hub there. I'm lazy. I always forget about the discontent bar. I always forget. It's fine. We can recover. We've got We've got our fight club, and we've got our public house, and we've got no house of pleasure customers. Is our town boring? Wow. Is our town boring? What's this? Oh yeah, our hothouse, that will help her. Let's do 4 workers, 4 engineers, and 2 kids, because, you know, they gotta learn on the job. Oh no, the post-apocalyptic hellhole is boring? I know. I give them prostitutes, I give them a place to fight, and they just sit around and complain, oh, it's cold, oh, the food quality's bad, oh, my child was gravely wounded in the steel mill. Like, come on. Where's Hawkers? Where's Curtis? Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winter Home. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichens. I mean, we found some cannibals, so that's not so bad. Okay, we can escort them. There's 7 kids and 22 adults. We can just send them on their way, or just fuck off. We sent them last time, and that worked out alright. We won't talk about how far away it is. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They've lasted this long. Okay, Frozen Crew. This is like Mad Max. Mad Max, but make it cold. That's it. That's the game. Mad Max, it cold. Shrouded Cave. Frozen Grove. Look at him go. He's such a good little guy. I mean, I know he's not little, but he's such a good little guy. Like, look, he's working so hard. His little spotlight, his little mechanical pores of iron and steel and rust. He's just a little guy. Oh, who? Okay. Where's the cold and the illness coming from? Shouldn't be coming from anywhere. Low risk of falling ill means you shouldn't be falling. Oh, 32, Jesus Christ. We're gonna need to raise the hope in this city. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I dumb? And, like, can I... Okay, no. It took me a while last time in one of my other playthroughs to realize in, like, the religious buildings you could actually have to, like, select them for them to do the stuff. Oh, man. Death. We got our first... Let's look on the bright side. Our first contribution to the snow pit, huh? A round of applause to whoever died. Suddenly during emergency shift. Oh, it's a heart attack. Oh, okay. Should we end the emergency shifts? Or should we make sacrifices to survive? Like, I know what morally and ethically we should do. And, like, what we should do if we want to win the game. But what should we do? Good night, home. We have work tomorrow. I'll put notifications and watch you next time you get... Oh, bless you. That is so lovely to hear. Have a wonderful sleep. And I hope work is, you know, enjoyable if you're one of those people that loves their jobs. It'll be good to see you soon. I had another thought and that's gone. Yeah. But thanks for coming and chatting, man. Have a good night. I think I might start to wrap up soon anyway, to be honest. I've just noticed the time. I haven't even taken my medication yet. That's fine, I'll just sleep till some ungodly hour. Our discontent's already pretty high. And so, like, as much as I wanna make sacrifices for the meme, we'll end emergency shifts for today. Sorry, I'm trying to once again do 2 things at once, and that I always struggle when I do that. But Yeah, I know I said it before, but thanks again for coming past deleted. It was really nice to have you in the chat. I love having engaging chat members. It's love to, yeah, I had another stroke. Good night, sleep well. Fuck. The later it gets, the more I lose my ability to speak. And, like, it starts decreasing by about 11:30 a.m. I usually wake up at about 10:30. 70%. Why? 80%. 90%. Okay. People are just clocking on. That's fun. We only have 3 sick. We only recently had our first dead. We can almost sign another law, so I think we'll keep going for a little bit and then I'll wrap it up, but I really want to at least bring in the booze. Maybe the booze is what they need for more hope, right? I also might hit the hey dudes. I gotta work, have fun. Yeah, fair cop. Sleep well as well, man, and enjoy work. And let me know if you do any more cool archaeology stuff. That'd be really sick. Or just in general. I like the stories anyway. Have a good rest though. I hope you're not too dead in the morning. Thank you very much for coming past. I really appreciate it. It means heaps. Later, Captain. Alright. Let's do the power upgrade, because I reckon it's about to start to get, yeah, it's gonna get real cold. And I think we're, you know what, just to cover the bases, we can start replacing our tents with bunkhouses too, so that's something to look forward to keep in mind. I mean, we could look forward to it if we wanted to. I don't think it's that exciting. What I wanted to do is to build another coal thumper, and just absolutely maximize our coal output. Let's shake it up a little bit. Have some range. Probably shouldn't put it right next to the hotels. There's going to be a coal mine here, so we might as well pop it there. And put our street in. And then our food isn't looking too crash hot either, and neither is our wood. But our scouts, but also I think both of our scouts have quite a fair bit of cargo to bring. Oh, he's got wood. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, let's bring him home. Oh, okay. It's almost time for another law. Yeah, here we go. We've signed a lot of the adaptation ones. Let's delve more into our soup city state. We've got guard stations. An organized militia will maintain peace and order in our city and help us deal with anyone who might threaten it. So we can have our guard station, which raise the hope of people living nearby and lower discontent, and we can break up protests with force, I'm presuming. Or we can make them gather in the morning. Raises hope from time to time. I think that what are we thinking? I think morning gathering might be a good way to start, and then we can bring our guard stations in. What are we thinking? Let's just do the morning gathering for now, I think.
A new law has passed.
We can use every day. Yeah, I mean, I guess. What is the issue? Timely intervention. Sir. I don't know why. I read that as a child named the Gladiator. I'm not going to give any explanations or reasons as to why I read it that way. That's just how I did. Anyway, sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell. Fucking idiot, by the way. Whose kid is that? What are you doing? but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. Yeah, so you should. Could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchmen, the neighbor commented. We're lucky to have them. I'm glad it ended well. Good for them. Oh, how's our coal thumper doing? Fantastic. Alright. And then we need our gathering posts. 1, 2, street. Down we go. Oh, really? That should do it. I am off now. Thank you very much for coming past. It was great to have you. Alright, our generator upgrade. Fantastic. So, the question now is, how much coal are we burning through versus... Yeah, okay. But if we can turn some of these, one of these off, then yeah, we're still cutting it fine, but I suppose this isn't built yet, so we should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna pick a new research, and maybe, I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I go back and forth between I'm very tired, I should probably go to bed, and nah man, just keep doing the Frostpunks. Honestly, we need, let's do medical test upgrade, that's good enough, I feel. Our coal thumper, we need to really put our children to good use. We'll buddy them up with an engineer, obviously. Like, we're not going to just put kids alone in there. They need some guidance, I guess. Oh, the discontent is high. But, you know, it's been higher, unfortunately. Ah, I forgot to... That's okay. Is it called? Okay. I understand. We really need to... Oh, our food situation is not looking good, huh? Looking at the numbers. Coal mine. Okay. So, we can take just the coal that has been stored here at the operation, or we can dismantle the machine for resources. So, we can take all of that stuff, but we won't be able to use that as a coal mine to keep gaining more resources in the future. Or we can do so. If anyone feels like giving me their opinion, chuck a 1 in if we want to just take the stored coal and have the mine for use later. Or a 2 if, like, fuck it, let's just take all of their stuff. Who needs future planning? Otherwise, I'm gonna do, like, the responsible thing and keep the mine. The mine? The mine and the mine. Yeah. Alright, let's just do it. It's not like it's just a ridiculously important decision. We will make a pit stop at the large convoy before heading back to the city. We can... I should probably heat these for one. And... Why? No go. Oh, yeah, fair enough. This hasn't been pumping anything out yet. London has gained more followers. I mean, 34, I feel like I was on 37 before. So, you know. We've got 23 hours left of coal, but I'm sure the workday is about to start. We can bring in a new law. I'm going to bring some booze into my town. I think that's going to make people significantly happier. Can we do anything with the watch times here? I don't think so, right? Okay. I have been asking for chat input on what laws to pick for this whole stream so far, but I am gonna make an exception this time because I want moonshine. They deserve it. We've got our whores, we need our beer. Not beer, we need our moonshiner. Yin and yang, we can't, like, it's imbalanced. You can't have one without the other. Nothing wrong with a stiff drink. Exactly. Where did I put it? I want to know if we have any customers. Oh, actually, probably not. Oh, anyone in the fighting arena? Okay, the workday's about to start.
Work time. Get back to work.
But more coal, hopefully. Are we making enough now? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fantastic. Mommy likes. Woman in despair. Oh man. A woman is sitting in the snow pit, holding her dead husband's hand, crying her heart out. Perhaps you should have agreed to give people proper burials after all. So we can make an exception and bury him. Or I did what I had to. Feel free to chuck your opinions in. You know what? We built the snow pit, and god damn it, I'm sticking to it. We don't make exceptions here. The snow pit is there for a reason, and we're going to use it. It's wasteful. Dig that hole for nothing. We've got most of these, I think. Yeah. Oh, actually, what I need. Oh, excellent. I thought I didn't get this for some reason. Let's. To be honest, I need the wall drill. I think that's going to be the big brand play here. Scouts and whatnot are due soon. Our food is looking not great, but not terrible. We should really get some more coal storage in. We'll chuck him there. It's a good little spot. Okay. You know what? This is a nice peaceful moment of reprieve for them, I feel. No issues. Pure food quality. Oh, we really should start to upgrade these tents, hey? Okay, let's upgrade some of these homes, and then I think I'll call it there, and we can continue this during the week. Maybe tomorrow, to be honest. If I don't die of a stroke first, or choose to play something else. I started with the inside ring first when I did this, and really, realistically, I should be starting with the outside, right? Because that's the coldest part. We'll briefly have a lot of homeless. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, I don't want to plow through all of the wood that we have. But I mean, that'll be fun. Look at them go with their little torches. Where's Robot McRobot, actually? What's he doing? Where's my little man? My giant, several ton man. That is for coal, my friend. Oh, there he is. Such a good boy. That's our cookhouse. There you are. No House of Pleasure customers. Still. I've put 5 of our brightest minds into this public house. What is going on? Are these people fussy? Are they boring? I don't understand. I give them good whores and good moonshine, and it's just not enough for them. This is doing a big stretch. Writing on the wall. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. This is troubling. People already fear we'll share Winterhome's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Send the watchmen. Wait, did I say hope will fall if I sent them? Oh well. It is what it is. We live with the consequences of our actions. Even if that's slightly lowered hope. Yeah, okay. Day 16 too. We're doing better than I thought, but again, it's probably. I'd like to do this on medium mode when I know the chat's like got a lot to say to me and a lot on their mind. Amazing. What's our heat like actually before I wrap up? Oh, it's still quite cold out here even with the heaters hung. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is tasty. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's build some more space for wood. I think I've been putting all my resource depots here. We'll send you there to the American camp, I guess. 39. Fuck. I really thought the moonshine would help. I was gonna do something else. I really can't think of what that is now. I'm not sure. Alright, let's get these built. Oh, the temperature's falling again.
Cold is coming.
Okay, medical post up. And we need our hot house heated as well. Okay. We're doing alright, you know.
Get going.
I think
Time to earn your bread.
we could be, and I have done a lot worse. This one is for wood. And this one is also for wood. Survivors, huh? The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up, they say. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Yeah, we'll just escort them back. Might as well, right? I have 11 days. I don't know if we're gonna get our hope up enough, man. Resource depot upgrade will do. We have more refugees coming too. Okay. Save this. And I think what I'm gonna do is I will wrap it up there, I think. So, this was a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Thank you. Like, that was probably a bit early. That's unnecessary. It's so much longer than I thought it was longer than I thought it was gonna be. Thanks heaps for coming around. For some reason I thought that screen says stream ending, not ended. I'm gonna this went better than I thought it would. I'm gonna try to do some more Frostpunk. Hopefully a bit more of a schedule soon. I'll be back tomorrow night, if not tomorrow's Wednesday. If not Thursday. So yeah, once again, thanks for coming and sticking past. If you've been watching for a significant chunk of time, then an extra thank you. A double thank you to everyone who participated in chat and wasn't, you know, too set on ruining my game in record time, which I thought was what would happen. Yeah, alright, that's everything from me. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna go do some gecko stuff now. Thanks.